Hello, John Fell 92 here, and I am recording a video about our Minecolonies competition, which ended this morning. So I am in spectator mode, as you can see, and we are Team 2. So Team 2 consisted of a large group of people and thrown together who ended up working fairly well together. I was super happy to meet everybody and had a ton of fun playing with them over the month of December while we did this Mine Colony challenge. So as you can see, our ship sailed in to port here, and we set up on this beach to start out with. That's why I'm here to start. Let me go through quickly. Our team Creeksel really set us up with our first storage system. First at another colony that we abandoned, and then at this colony. I think the colony was mostly picked out by, I think, Darvilius, Pokefreak, Mob Killer. They really got the place started. Nickelodeon Jr. came along and I think built a lot of the walls and did some of the work underground with Darvilius. Mob and Pokey went and did probably most of the grunt work in terms of farming early game and building some of the mob farm you see over there, and this wheat farm which fed everybody while the colony was getting up and started. And then Cody probably put the most time in of anybody in terms of beautifying the colony. And so we'll see a ton of Cody's work. It's super obvious in the finish. And even includes this, which is a Tier 5 Lumberjack's hut, but with Cody's special twist on it. It is the medieval birch hut, Tier 5 Lumberjack's hut, and Cody went and basically rebuilt it around a new schematic, and I would encourage Ray and others, if you're watching, Cody is super talented. You might want to take a look at this build and think about this as a schematic for the future, maybe an optional schematic. I'm sure he would let you know. This was our first mine right here, and it is now a Tier 5 birch mine. We kept the coast here for our fishermen, so you'll see 3 Tier 5 fisherman huts, all medieval birch. Basically every building in our colony, except save a very, very, very few, are medieval birch. So there's a birch mine there, but all the guard towers you see, 1, 2, 3 here, all medieval birch. So let's go ahead up and take a look down. The colony itself is laid out in 3 tiers. We'll go to the center here and look at the center tier. This is our town hall. The only thing on the top tier, the center tier, is our town hall. Again, a Tier 5 medieval birch town hall. Looks wonderful here. We have a chicken on the roof, you'll notice. Yeah, but tons of fun, a nice place up here. In fact, our head builder, Gianna DeCricket, sleeps here in this town hall. Here's Gianna. She is one of our superstar builders, level 60, really been with us since the beginning. The only thing we added custom to the town hall was a little enchantment station here, you'll see. So this is in the main part of the town hall here. There is a downstairs as well. But most of the work went on here. Our builder's huts. This is Gianna's hut. She's level 59 or 60. Might have even leveled up more than that from her last build. This is Miles Compton. He's a Tier 5 builder. And then over here is Diogo Battersby, I believe his name is. Yeah, Diogo, also a Tier 5 builder. So here on the second level, the 3 builders huts we have, and then we have most of the housing. We did leave 2 Tier 3 citizen huts, and honestly we did that not because we couldn't get them to Tier 5, but because it felt better in this housing thing to have a little balance between the size. So we have all these tall 3-story houses. It was nice to have these 2 Tier 3 citizen huts kind of balancing that out in the corners. So yeah, we have the citizen huts. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tier 5s, and then 2 tier 3 citizen huts here. We also have on this level, the only other building we have on this level besides the builders' huts and those citizen huts is a smeltery. We have a Jack over here who, Jack is killing it. He is a very high level smelter, our one and only smelter. I don't think we ever lost our smelter, so he is super, super high level. So yeah, that's where most of the action happened. Let's go down below into our area where the human parts, the non-AI, did our work. So this is our storage room. You'll see, you know, we had lots of materials left over, tons of cobble and stone and diamonds even. We had only about 15 blocks of diamonds left, 140 diamonds, but lots of iron and gold. We actually kind of ran out of time. Probably could have armed our guards a little better, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. Tons and tons of wool of all 16 colors here. The specialty blocks from the end and the things. All the different dyes and glasses and terracottas and concretes, where carpets were all built here. And then all the different wood laid out in these drawers. And again, Creeks started this drawer system and built this, and it was modified, but it really, the bones of it, and also more importantly probably teaching us all how to use the drawers, use the trim and stuff underneath to connect the drawers in these ways that Cody laid out. It was really a good work by him. And then the idea was, we actually built the tiers themselves kind of artificially, but the idea was to have a kind of a downstairs, a sewer system. So down here, there are some quick travel ways, so you can take, you know, quick travels out to the corners of our village if you need to, down these paths. Whoops, down below, yes, you can see. And in fact, down some of the sewers, Dar and Nickelodeon did some really cool stuff. So there's actually a tier 5 villager hut down here. This is a tier 5 villager hut that was then torn down by Dar, and this entire custom structure was built. So yes, 5 villagers actually live here, or I think only a couple ended up, but and connected it up with a second miner who's actually leaving stuff here. But yeah, these mines went down and down and down, and you can look at the mini map. Come down here to the bottom tier just to show you the scope. If you look up there in the corner, or I can go to my map here, the amount of mining that Dominic did, and actually it looks like, you know, it's just amazing. Connected up with the other mines, I believe over here on the east, this is where the original mines were as well. So that's one, and that's another one, I think over here. So it was just an impressive amount of mining by the 2 miners, and they kicked out a lot of stuff. We actually had them mining different levels, not just at diamond level, and they're still at it. They're still working efficiently down here in the tombs. As you can see, yeah, Dorothy, our restaurateur, is one of the people that lives in that house. So yeah, it's going to be dark for the rest of the tour. But what we did, so the citizens all live here. So on the final level is really where most of the key kind of communal work areas are. So not the really material generators, but the ones where you would go to eat, like this restaurant. Again, a nice tier 5 restaurant. You can get to that right from the steps. We have paths here with waypoints and stuff. If we go around the back of the restaurant, you'll see a little bit of a farm, a real open area. This is like a park where our guards hang out. You will see guards. All our guards are level 5 plus. Most are near level 15 or above. So yeah, you will see our guards strategically positioned at intersections. This is a group of 5 guards waiting out the night in case any mobs come through. We also have these iron golems that are positioned around. You know, they just, you never know. They might help out. But down the path here, in this corner, is one of our barracks. So those guards, most of them, well, we have guard towers here and one around the corner over there as well. This barracks here, a nice tier 5 barracks with the medieval birch. We had to expose the blocks on the outside. But this is where about 20 of our guards are housed and settled up. And then on this layer as well, these are our delivery men. So we have one over by the one restaurant, and then these 4 around the tier 5 warehouse. So the delivery men can easily get to the warehouse and easily get to the places. They pick up most of the stuff from the outside wall and then bring it to the stuff inside. And so here we're now, give you a sense, we started at that restaurant, went through the delivery men in the warehouse, and here's our second restaurant, another tier 5 restaurant that's over here. Both our restaurateurs are in the 50 to 60 level range, maybe even a bit higher. They're quite nice, really good at their jobs. And then here's the building that probably I'm most proud of, and I think we will, if we win this competition, the work that I put into making this building, this tier 5 library, was most of the last 2 weeks, pushing builders around. And yeah, sure enough, we have some guards up here. Oh no, these are actually just students who are stuck on the roof. But yeah, the tier 5 medieval birch library is beautiful. The interior is excellent. The stained glass windows. Out here you can see how it looks in the courtyards and all around. It was finished about 20 minutes before the competition ended this morning. On this side over here, we have an additional, oh, whoops, I went outside the wall. Didn't mean to, outside the tier. So yeah, an additional guard tower positioned over here, kind of like we do in the opposite corner over there. And so we come down from the sides, both in the northeast corner and the southwest corner. We have guard towers on this second tier. And in this corner, the northwest corner, just like in the southeast corner, we have another tier 5 barracks. So all of our guards are here. This one is mostly archers. From this range, the archers seemed better. We can hide them in the trees here and here. We did position one group of archers here on the top level, just in case barbarians or anyone ever got to the top level. They'll be ready and able to help, as well as one group of the archers that are hidden outside. And in fact, they're trying to get back to their chest. They're supposed to be positioned right outside the wall there, but some pathing issues. They're supposed to guard a position right about here under this tree. But they can't seem to figure out to walk up those steps, so they go over to the guard tower and hang out. But yeah, so now we're on the outside tier, what I call the production tier. So this is where you'll see our farms. So here, this is one of our only kind of our traditional wooden farm, tier 5, one of the only non-medieval birch buildings in our colony. And he's farming this land. Here's a nice tier 5 medieval birch composter. Or actually, that might just be medieval, that might not have a birch, might be medieval oak. The library was like that as well, medieval oak. Oh, and we forgot to go to 2 of the other buildings on the second tier that I do feel very proud of and want to show off. This is a tier 5 archery range, where our guards train, our archers train. Just got that to tier 5 in the last day, and it is all set up with the 5 archery ranges. This is just a regular birch baker, tier 5 birch baker, very low quality building relative to some of these other ones, but that baker is, I think, level 70, and she basically spits out bread as fast as you can give her wheat, which we can give her a lot of. And over here we have our tier 5 combat academy. Again, these guys, wonderful. They're up on the wall, above the wall. They're fighting their dummies down here. They're training up, and it really kept us stocked up with, good guards, a nice place to sleep. if we lost a guard, which I probably only lost 2 or 3, but when we did lose a guard to a fight, we'd often bring them with us to fight the barbarians. We could replace them easily with tier 8, 9, or 10 person. And the library was very effective at also making sure that our guys had nice stats. Once we got this to tier 3 and above and started delivering the paper regularly, the library made all our villagers' stats improve, and we tried to swap people in and out of there, so we have very of the original low quality villagers. We do have 1 tier 5 fishing hut on this side, so we had 3 on the other coast, but we added 1 to this coast. A nice spot here for it. We had ideas right down there, you can see, of adding a second one, but time. Had to project over here, another farm with a guard tower, and you'll see another farm, and yet right here, surrounded by the chicken herder. Of course, chickens are loud and annoying, so these guys are over here. Over here is our cowboy, and then our shepherd, who is always producing too many sheep of very funny colors down here. Although we did use the mutton for food quite a bit. Good place to come down with your looting sword and get some stuff. Yeah, so that's it. Another tier 5 building here. So that's pretty much all our buildings. Our raiders, in general, the barbarian hordes used to love to come from over here. The ships spawned in that corner a lot. They kind of spawned in the northwest, northeast, and southeast. Probably most often in the southeast, down just out of the fog here. But yeah, well, the judging and everybody will be announced, I think, on the 2nd, Ray said. So happy New Year to all. Thanks to my teammates for making this so much fun and learning and teaching me so much about Minecolonies. It was a blast. I hope you enjoyed, and if you ever have any questions about Minecolonies or anything, send me a note in the comments here in this video or other things, and look it up on Forge or in Twitch. Minecolonies. It's a group development project. Raycoms is the primary developer, and I'll put some links to his YouTube channel for you to learn more about this in the description. Bye for now.